Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Norris, also known as the Seaside Mystic. I am a psychic and a medium, a crystal card reader, a tarot reader, and I serve both animals and humans. So today I would like to talk to you about animals, just a little bit of what I've learned from them from the other side. One of the surprising things that I've learned is that, you know, um, we get one time together per lifetime. We have soul contracts, of course, with the people who are key to our lives that we make we make these soul contracts before we ever come into body. We do the same things with the key animals in our lives. And so they'll come in and they'll work with us on whatever it is they come to work on with us during this lifetime. And then they will cross over, and they generally, in my experience at least, have not come back for a second time around while we are still in this lifetime. So that was kind of a surprise, but that's been my experience. The second thing I thought was pretty surprising is that to them, crossing over is like graduation would be for us. It's like, woohoo, I did it. I got my human on track with this thing that they were working on. You know, could be any number of things, but that's what the soul level reading is about. When I do those, is to identify what it is they're working on with you and how, and what you can do to complete the lesson. And many times, just so you know, it's not like they cross over as soon as you learn your lesson. They a lot of times come with multiple lessons. And so you'll just have a continuation of learning experiences in your time together with each animal in your life. So that was pretty cool. And also, when they get over there, they're just like, woohoo, woohoo, high five. And they go off, and heaven is what they make it. I have a dog who crossed over, and he was not treated very well in his early life, in his last lifetime here. And then when I came to him, or he came to me, he had lost an eye. He was very protective of me, kind of like a Velcro dog. And he ended up crossing over after only about 18 months from a pre-existing lung condition. But when we tuned into him, another reader and we found out that he was just like playing with all these balls, and he's running around, and he didn't like grass. So he's running around on this AstroTurf, playing with balls, playing with toys. There's this big overflowing pile of dog food. He was one of those dogs that, felt like every meal was going to be his last. And I couldn't just leave food out because he would blow up like a blimp. So anyway, but heaven is what they make it. And it's really interesting that he's come in at other times and been curled up on a blanket next to a fire in a fireplace. It looks like somebody's living room. And, it's really neat to see, and that they have the ability to do that. And one of the other things they do is sometimes they'll envision themselves with us there with them. We live in parallel universes, and when we come down into this body in this lifetime, we always leave a piece of our soul self up there with source, with creator. And so that part of our soul can go and be with the animal. For example, I had a horse that passed on, and one of his favorite things to do in life with his human had been to ride up and down the beach with her. And so he showed her in the reading that that's what he still liked to do. In his time up there, he could create heaven that was just this big, long, miles long, empty beach. And the two of them would be riding along on the beach together, bareback sometimes, in the saddle sometimes, but just having a blast together. And the way he described it and the way she received it, I could tell that it was just like a fabulous corded connection between the two of them. And it was like a little reunion there for a minute. Very, very comforting and very healing. So that's really a cool thing to know. It might help you if you've just recently lost a pet to understand that, they've got a lot of things going on up there. Once they first cross over, they're getting their energy going and learning how to, what I call, throw energy, so that they can manipulate the lights down here or appear in the corner of our eye, or brush a tail against our leg, or, you see the indentation on the bed or the footprints walking across the bed at night. And so those kinds of things, that doesn't just automatically happen for them. They kind of have to get used to being back in spirit. But then as they're there longer, the better they get at throwing their energy. So that was kind of fun too. They may not always have just us as humans as their human, like, so say we cross over and we're in spirit. They've been in spirit for a while before we got there, and they're ready to come back to earth and work with somebody. So they'll contract with someone else and come down into body with someone else. And, over all these many lifetimes, they probably do have other humans that they can spend time with on the other side until we get there. Doesn't make our time with them any less precious or any less important, but it does make it, to me, more comforting to know that they've got somebody that they can spend time with until my consciousness that leaves this side and goes to the other side. And they can even kill time with me from time to time. So that's cool too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Look for a few more little tidbits as they come to mind. I'll be sending more good stuff your way. Thanks very much.